Good morning. Derek Baker, Virginia Department of Fire Programs, Officer Program Manager. I'm going to go over a few things on Navigate for you instructors when you set up your class. Okay, once you look at this screen right here and you see this is an Officer 1, as we well know because it has 19 chapters. As you go down, first of all, look at this resources box right here. This resource box pretty much has everything that your students need to know. If you don't email them a student package or anything, the student package is in that box. It gives a candidate letter, course overview, letter of acknowledgement, homework assignments, and the homework checkoff sheet, folks. All right, moving backwards now. Let's go back to the original page with the 19 chapters. Okay, to set up your boxes or your chapters should already be set up with the assignments for the students and for you to grade them. I will go into the chapter 4 fire officer communications right here. All you do is hit this little arrow right here, and once you hit that, everything comes up that the student should be able to see as far as the assignments. As you can see right here, the top page is a written assignment right here, maximum 2 pages. And then you go down here, you got another assignment right here. This is another paper that they have to do. And then you also have a forum right here. Once they go into the forum and put something in there, they have to respond to 2 or 3 other students. And these papers should be due by the next class date. But let me go in and let you show you what the students actually see. Communication cycle. Okay, I hit that tab right there. It takes me, okay, as the instructor, this is what I'm looking at right here. I know that I got 19 students. I have 18 students that have already submitted. So to quickly grade all of these instead of going one by one, you just go down here to this view grade, submit all the submissions right here. Once you hit that, then you see all your students right here. These have already been graded, as you can see. But if I wanted to change a grade, I would basically put a checkbox in here, and then I would go over here to grade, to update the grade, and then I would hit grade, the pass, and then I would go here, and if I wanted to change that to fail, because that's the way I'm grading, either pass or fail, I would hit fail. And then to do all that, you have to go down to the bottom and make sure you save everything that you change. If you do not save it, it will not be changed. So I am not saving it, so I'm going to keep on moving on and go backwards. I want to leave this page, yes I do, and I want to go back to the drawing board so I can show you some other things. Okay, all right, back to where we were. If you want to add something to a chapter, okay, let's go back to this chapter right here. You hit add an activity. Once you do that, you can add anything you want in here, a pop quiz, another forum, or anything like that. I would not recommend adding anything right now because this is brand new to a lot of people. You want to get the basics first before you go ahead and start doing any advanced things as far as Navigate. With this officer program, with Officer 1 here, they have 19 assignments. And all of the assignments are in these boxes as well as in this resource box where they actually get the assignments from their student package that either you mail or they hit this and then they get it from this box right here. All right, that's enough of that right there. I think you all get the gist of, you don't have to worry about using the hide button right there. That just hides. The only thing that'll be hidden is when you get to Officer 2 and chapters 2 and 13 will be hidden. This pencil right here, if you ever want to add something, you can also edit your summary. You might want to put something in there like some instructions to your students or anything like that. So you don't have to worry about that. And you don't have to worry about this either. This button here actually changes the boxes in the order you want. You know, you want to keep it chronological, but you don't want to do any of that either. So that's some advanced stuff that you probably don't want to go. All right, let's look up here. Let's look up here to my profile. A lot of the common issues that come up are basically students are getting emails or texts saying that other students are actually submitting work. Once you go up to my profile, hit messaging, which I just did, and then you go down here, you see all these pop-up notifications and emails. What you need to do is go down here Once you see this, you said warning when it says warning when your assessment attempt becomes overdue. Yeah, you want to click those boxes right there because you want to know when your assignments are overdue. Okay, confirmation of your own assessments. You definitely want that one right there. So you want to get either the pop-up notification, so check those boxes, as well as the email. You want to check those as well because you want to know that. Now we go up another one here to the notification of assessment submissions. You do not want to check these. Uncheck them if they're checked, because if you keep them checked, you're going to get every submission from your classmates when they submit work, and you do not want that. It'll bog down. It'll cram up your email, text messaging, and everything else. Essay graded notification up here. You do want to check those because you want to know when your work is being graded. Okay. Other than that, I would leave everything else alone up here. If you want personal messages between you and your classmates, you can easily check those as well. But all this stuff here, the course creation request, you don't need that. Course creation request rejection notification, you don't need that. The badges information right here, you don't need that anyway. So I wouldn't go there. As this is all fairly new to a lot of people, I wouldn't mess with that until I got into an advanced stage. Other than that, up here, you don't need to do anything else. I mean, if you want to create a profile, go ahead and do that. You're going to add a picture or whatever, but you know, people do that. But the main thing in this My Profile is basically the messaging, okay? Because you don't want to get other people's messages that they have submitted an assignment. Okay, if you ever need any help, by the way, there's a user guide on here that's user-friendly, easy to read, and if you need to go anywhere to learn anything about Navigate, you hit that, and it's going a little slow right now, but that's the user guide. It'll be up in shortly, and we can go from there. All right, come on, it's coming. It's coming. We're almost there. There we go, right there. Okay, that's your guide right there that tells you everything about Navigate. All right, I'm going to go back to where we were. Okay, let's see here. Let's do it this way. I don't want that. Okay. All right. Okay, other than that, you got to also in the help box, you have tech support. Okay, if you hit this box or that tab right there that says tech support, you will end up getting enough information here that will tell you where to go as far as looking at Navigate Instructors Training Manual, tutorials. These little, you hit these and you should be able to find what you're looking for. You also get a window here of compatibility of what your operating system may require for you to get on to Navigate. Okay, I'm moving on to the next segment here. Okay, we've done enough of that right there. Let's continue, hopefully. All right, back here. Okay, make sure this box is always green as an instructor, okay, so that you can go in and edit your course, okay? If it's red, you can't make any edits. We've already discussed each box right here and what you need to be doing. Now let's go over here to Learning Tools. Okay, in the Learning Tools, you have your ebook as well as your Study Center. Folks, this may scare a lot of people, this Study Center, because I'll tell you why. It has flashcards, and when the students see the flashcards, they will go and launch. I'll go ahead and launch chapter 1 right here, and it'll come up with a bunch of questions for the students to answer. Now, the students may get the questions wrong and think that that may be part of their grade, and it is not. Remember that we're only grading the students based on the 30 assignments that VDFP has requested for Officer 1. So, if we read the question right here, and we just put any old answer in here. I'll put like I'll put an answer there. Let's check my answer. It's going to tell me my answer, which is wrong. The correct answer is Chief's Trumpet. Okay? Click enter to continue. Then it'll give me another question. So it's actually 2 of 23 questions. Once this is all done, it gives you a little grade in the student's grade book. So that's why it scares them, because a lot of times the students may mess up and won't even get 50%, and then it puts it in there. But again, I would tell you as an instructor to tell your students to continue taking these tests, because these little pop quizzes prepare them for the final exam. It is not graded, and you need to let them know immediately that it is not graded so that it doesn't scare them. But they still need to take them because, again, it helps them with the final exam. Okay, let's move on. All right, let's go to teaching tools. Teaching tools. You have all the course material right here, and again, as I click the little tab down, which is not working too good right now, it's going kind of slow. Okay, it doesn't want to take me there right now, so I'm gonna move on to reports and grades. Okay, reports and grades. If you hit the Insights button, that tells you of the participation of each student. Once you go up, you got to hit performance and engagement. Then you hit by chapter. Then you hit by assessment. And then once you do that, you hit show report. Well, I'm getting messages now that something's going wrong here. So I don't know whether it's my computer or what. Okay, now I'm going to pick a chapter right here. Chapter 1, Chapter 2. As you can see, it's going to give me ebook and ebook quizzes. And then it's got some students' names over here. So let's see, show report. I just hit show report, and I'm waiting to see if it's going to give me anything. Yes, okay. See, it's giving me the performance, ebook quizzes, and average, and it's telling me about the students right here. Right now, you see each student and their participation. Right now, it's only showing 2 students. And the reason why it's probably only showing 2 students is because I didn't pick all students. But anyway, that tells you of student participation, and then you can talk to students who don't participate. You have some students who may not be computer savvy and don't want to do navigate, and you have to kind of compromise with them. But again, that's what the Insights tab does. Once you get to Grader Report, you pretty much make sure you hit this and make it green. You have to go to green to make edits. Okay, I am green now. Okay, stay off of this one right here. You don't need that right there, because all it's going to do is take you somewhere you don't want to be. You don't want to be a student. You don't want to be a non-editing teacher. And you definitely don't want to be a guest. You want to be an editing teacher. Okay, now I have a whole classroom right here. I have my students over here on the left. I have their grades. Now when they take those ebook quizzes, like here's one right here where it grades this student right here. It seems like the other students decided they didn't want to do it. You got one student right here who actually took one test. But that's not important, because again, that's only going to help them with the final exam. As you tab over, the main stuff you're really looking for is the 30 assignments that we have. Now, the 30 assignments start right here. And then what you need to do is, if you decide to do it this way, you can take each individual student and grade one by one by one by one. Sometimes you're going to have to do that. But again, remember what I showed you earlier, where you can actually grade all the papers from one assignment. Okay, that makes it easier right there. And you know, these students have either completed or not completed. Here you got students that have either passed or failed. Depends on how you want to grade these individuals when you start grading these exams. Okay, right here, this is a graded forum where it looks like they decided, you know, this instructor wanted to decide, he or she decided that either one was going to be passing. But if they have for a forum, they have to make a put in a statement, and then they have to respond to at least 2 or 3 students. So, you know, when I grade them, I usually do a 4 scale, where 4 is passing because you make your own, the student makes their own submission and they answer 3 to 3 different students. So that's 4 assessments right there that they've made. So that's why I give them 4 for passing. I'll pass them with either a 3 or 4, but a 2, that tells me that they only responded to 1 student. So I may have to, you know, get in touch with the student and say, hey, you need to make some more submissions. All right, I'm going back to reports and grades. If you want to look at any e-book reports, that's basically everything you get with another tab with Navigate. As soon as it comes up, it's acting kind of slow, but it'll give you basically the lesson plans, the PowerPoints, and it's acting slow and it doesn't seem to be working too good, so I'm gonna move on from there. All right, let's go back here. Okay, I'm gonna bring everything back from the very beginning. Okay, we talked about the box, we talked about the grading, we talked about the messaging that you get up here. You don't need to go into that. This is all me because I'm in total control of the entire Commonwealth. People have to call me to get a 6-digit code, and that's how you get into your assignment right there, folks. You get a 6-digit code from me, and that's how you get in your class. But to get into Navigate 2, you have to use the 10-digit code that you get from Navigate when you purchase the book. That Navigate code is good for 1 year, and it's good for Officer 1 and Officer 2. All right, let's see if I've missed anything. I think that may be it. Let me go back to try to get into teaching tools. We had a problem before and with the course material. Okay, there we go. Course material. It'll give you the lecture outlines, which are basically the lesson plans, all the slides that you'll be going through, the fire officer scenarios, manage ebook groups. You don't have to worry about that stuff. When you go to fire officer scenarios, and I do a lot of role playing in my classes, if you hit that, it'll bring up basically everything you've seen or heard of that goes on in the fire department. The problems that occur, things that have happened, and you can play, you play the role as the fire officer. If you look at some of these, items right here, your instructor teaches incorrect material, firefighter engages in non-fire department work, learning, or during training. What else? Career firefighter questions, volunteer firefighter. You get all these different scenarios. There may be scenarios that I didn't even make this list that you've seen in the fire departments that you can use in your group assignments as well as your role-playing assignments. I use a lot of these right here because I've seen enough of these when I was in the fire department, and I just want to make sure that these brand new officers do it right. And not to say that I did it right, but again, my guidance as well as the guidance from the book and the lesson and the delivery of the course will make these folks better officers. Okay, I think that's it. Any questions, again, you can always go up to the top of the page and go to the manual once it comes up again. It's going kind of slow. Let me see if I can hit it. Okay, go to help up here, and then you hit user guide. Once you hit that user guide, they'll help you with anything. I hope this little tutorial helps you all. Any questions, you can always email me at derek.baker@vdfp.virginia.gov, or you can give me a call either in Division 7 or in Glen Allen. Thank you. Have a good day.